When I became the director of grounds, I started looking for ways to manage our water resources and find the very best turf grass that would survive and tolerate our climate. Several of the NFL fields were using cold season Bermudagrass, they called it, which is a new hybrid. So I went to Dr. Hopkins and Dr. Hansen and just said, I've got this idea. I'm willing to help whatever grounds needs to do to support it. What do you think? And they took it to heart. So we brought Hannah on board. We found her. So they found her.
I'm Hannah Bergen. I have always loved nature. It's partially why I went into this degree. Loved growing up hiking and being outside, doing stuff hands-on.
Right up front, she just started, well, what about this? Or can we consider that? Or is this an option?
It was talking with Glenelle, seeing, okay, what kind of equipment do we have? What kind of things do you specifically as grounds want to know? What is BYU interested in? And that was mainly, can we use this grass, save a ton of water, and can we use it on things like football fields?
So Hannah's a great example of a student who took advantage of learning from outside the classroom. She worked long hours in hot, sunny conditions, willing to get down on her hands and knees and evaluate the very growth habits of these different grasses. She was seeing things that nobody else was paying attention to.
All of Hannah's effort and research was to be able to provide grass in Utah that will use 30% less water. For Hannah, this brought her international recognition, and her work and dedication and commitment were just superb.
It's just been really cool to do a very hands-on thing to show that, hey, we can be more responsible and save a ton of money and water in the process.
So one of the great things about this project that Hannah's been involved with is the collaboration between an academic unit, our department, and BYU grounds, and the way that students have a chance to get engaged in both parts of that. We're taking the information that we learned in a science setting and starting to implement it into practices that BYU Grounds is using to save water. It helps me realize that all the students in my class that are asking those questions have that same potential.
I was, pondering, okay, well, I'm doing all this stuff with my life, but, where am I going? And trying to make sure, I was on the right path and that I was going to accomplish something with all this hard work and time that I was putting into this. And our professor, Dr. Todd Manwaring, gave a quote from Elder Holland. He basically said that Jesus Christ has given us the commandment to help other people, and that as we're praying and pondering and trying to put ourselves out there in ways that we can serve, that God will give us those opportunities because God is in the little details. He does everything with intention. And I realized for me, it was, what can I do to help other people improve their lives?
The Lord puts the right people in the right place at the right time.
Understanding that can really give you a greater appreciation and love for Him and for yourself and for your fellow man. God cares about what I'm doing. He wants to help His children, and He'll guide me on the path that will make that happen. BYU ignited my passion for learning. They have the resources and the people and the knowledge and the desire really to help you accomplish what you want to do in the world. They want you to go out and make a difference in whatever field you decide to follow.
It's a very satisfying feeling to see a student succeed in a scientific endeavor.